Is
Great.
it some?
Hi, YouTube and Facebook. Great to see you guys again. We are here for some more real, raw motivation with Deborah Conlon, our favorite and most amazing motivational speaker and coach. Deborah, it is so awesome to have you here again today. Guys, if you want to connect with Deborah, if you've been listening to her motivational posts and you love them, her link is in the description. Please connect with her. I know that she'll be more than happy to help you.
Do not miss out.
Especially if you need a speaker for an event, guys, or a motivational speaker for any of your online conferences, or doesn't matter what it is. Deborah is definitely your person. She's absolutely amazing. Okay, so Deborah, I can't actually wait. I'm so happy. Do you want to take us away with the motivational message for the week?
Sure. Hi, Nastine and Peter. It's so good to be back with you guys again. And today I think, as we know, we've gone into Women's Month. We have to have 1 month of the year that we celebrated. No, I don't mean that. I know we've got a lot of wonderful men and families out there that do celebrate us outside 1 month of the year. But I just thought, this today will really just be about the importance of, the importance of actually talking about networking and support groups. But the way I'd like to start today, I'd like to first just start with a poem that I'd like to share. And it says, "A woman has strength that amazes men. She can handle trouble and carry heavy burdens. She holds happiness, love, and options. She smiles when she feels like screaming. She sings when she feels like crying. She cries when she's happy and laughs when she's afraid. Her love is unconditional. There's only one thing wrong with her. She sometimes forgets what she is worth." And I think that that's sort of what I wanted to share today. Was, if I look at even just my own personal journey, and I know it's not even just about me, there's so many women out there that do not know their worth and the value that they have in themselves. And, when I just look back on life as a whole, I think that is one thing that I struggled with for a very long time in my life, feeling worthy. Or valuable, or that I had value to add. And a lot of that came from my childhood upbringing, with coming from a home with alcohol abuse. I had a loving family, but it was one of those families that when the alcohol was greater, then, circumstances in the home changed. And I had an amazing relationship with my dad, but with his drinking problem, it did create a lot of very, very unhappy circumstances at home that led to a lot of other things that became scars and that I needed to deal with as I got older. And I think that, there's many women out there that I know that are struggling with exactly that, and especially through COVID, that have been stuck in circumstances where they can't get out or don't know how to get out. And the situation of being in an alcoholic, abusive relationship, or where there's molestation or abuse going on, you tend to feel like you're stuck and you don't know how to get out and where to go and, what you're doing. And the long-term repercussion and scars of that is so, there's so much that you have to deal with. And when I look back on my life, I realized that was a time, and I think that this is where a lot of my passion for the work that I have, when I look at sort of my childhood side, it was like being, I was in a scenario where I lived behind a mask because, at those days, or when you're at home, you certainly don't go to school and brag about, the circumstances at home, or that your dad hit you, or what's happening in your home environment. You go to school with a laugh and everything's okay. So you wear this mask. And, when you wear that mask for too long, it's what happens behind the mask that becomes the problem, because that leads to other addictions or other ways that you're just not coping. And when I take, that it took my mom 25 years before she took the courage to actually step out of that situation. And when I say this, what really made me think of, as feeling worthy, and even just like with network and support groups, it took her all that time for her to realize, she'd heard from somebody about Al-Anon and had connected with the Al-Anon support group. But by doing that, it made her realize she's not the only woman out there with a family and with children that are in the same circumstances. And had she not moved from being stuck in her home environment and moved to a support system, she would not have been able to help us as well as help herself. And in this came for me a lot of choices. At 16, I had a very bad scenario with my dad where I had to go to school with bruises on my face. And I remember leaving home, all like, I'm going to do this, Dad, and I'm going to tell everybody. But obviously when I got to school, there was certainly no telling anybody anything, and makeup was a good solution. But, it was, in saying that, I think that was a time when I was 16 of realizing that the only way my life would change when I made decisions to make changes and find solutions in the circumstances that I was in. So I started to work. And then I left home when I was 18, as soon as I got a job. And then I worked myself up until starting a business when I was 23. And then I had my own interior decorating business for 20 years. In that time was a lot of time of healing, breaking decisions, having to also believe that I'm worthy. And when I look at my older time now, I realize sometimes in business, the value of worth came, sometimes I used to say to myself, or when I got into scenarios and maybe even like at times, like on the Explore ProTech networking platform, and not only on this platform, other platforms, I would say to myself, well, you know what, I only have a matric certificate and a diploma. So how can I qualify or what can I give back to a platform with only those qualifications? And I had to start to learn to stop limiting myself. And my street knowledge was just as valuable as somebody with a degree. And I want to encourage everybody out there that it does not matter if you do not have a degree, because degrees do not classify your knowledge. There are many that have degrees and big certificates, but they haven't applied that even to their life. My life has been my certificates are life certificates, but I've had to face my life circumstances. I've had to qualify through them, and I've had to make choices and decisions that may be very, very difficult at times to make. But in that, I have found more peace. I've started to believe in myself. I've started to stop limiting myself. I've moved beyond being afraid of who I am, and especially stop the noise. Because I think when we've been in abusive situations, we listen to the noise, like you're not good enough. You'll never amount to anything. You're stupid. You're an idiot. When my children grew up, I have made one promise to my children already when I was 16, that I would never allow my children to grow up in an alcoholic environment, because I knew the circumstances. I knew what that did to myself and my sister. And I might not be a perfect mom in many other ways, but one thing I did was be able to keep that promise to my children. And I remained true to that promise and that choice and decision I made. And so what I'm saying is that whatever choice we make and whatever decision we make, we need to understand we are worthy no matter where we go. And nobody qualifies us except our life. Our life qualifies us. Every single one of us are valuable. Every single one of us are entitled to enter a platform. But my encouragement in all of this is that if I have to look at my life, if I remained on my own, I would not have been able to progress to where I am today. Because it took taking the courage to join groups. It took courage to join support systems. It took courage to share my life with others that had experience of how to teach me how to overcome. So the same with us as entrepreneurs in business. It is important for us to not journey as entrepreneurs alone. Because like in my industry, I don't have all the answers. But I know that because of the circle of influence that I have, because of the entrepreneurs that I have surrounded myself with, because of the network platforms I've joined, or the conferences that I've gone to, have empowered me to be stronger in what I do. And that is where I've gained my knowledge. So, it is so important for us not to forget that if we don't make a choice and a decision and find solutions in our circumstances, we are not going to move forward. So with today, in finishing, I want to say that remember you are worthy. Overcome your fears. Don't let your fears stop you from becoming the best you can be. And you are worthy to be anything. You don't need qualifications to qualify you or put you in a place or a space where you feel you don't fit in. But if you don't step into a situation, you're never going to be able to know what value you can bring to something. So the same with us in Explore Protech. We have created a safe haven, a family haven, a place of experience, a place of professionalism that we can come into, where we can share our personal side, where we can share our business side, and we can have a coffee first before we do business. And that is why it's important for us to know that when we join together, we can all achieve so much more. And every single one of us have something to give back. But if we don't step into that network, how are we going to know where we fit in? And it's the same with the ladies, as Women's Month, there are so many events coming up. Ladies, don't sit at home and stay stuck and think, what are you going to do? Get online. There are 101 events happening. You do not have to spend this month of August as a woman alone, because you can get online, meet another woman, chat about your life, decide what's going on, and together join hands and overcome the situations that you're in. Make the choices in life that you need to make for you. And like our high tea that's coming up with Rita Skuman and with Sharon Hingstein, who've put a wonderful high tea together for Explore. I take my hats off to these ladies that they are taking a stand to put something out there for us to join to. So don't be afraid to pick up the phone, go online, or go to an event if you're able to, but just get out of where you are and speak to somebody. Communication, connection, networking, building relationships, that is the way you heal and move forward. So God bless you all. Have an awesome Women's Month. And next week, I'm going to talk about the importance of overcoming your challenges. So please, if you can, as I say, click on the link and help me grow my YouTube, face. I've lost my own words, but to come and join me and share your stories. I want to hear if you've got some suggestions about what we can talk about. If there is something I can help you with, please don't feel afraid. That's why we're here. We're here to encourage you to have a platform to share on, a platform to speak on, and let's see how we can help each other. God bless. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, Debbie. That was powerful. I think you saw in the background, Peter just like raving away. You turned Peter into your personal groupie with that talk.
Deborah, you've got your matric. You're more qualified than I am. I didn't make it. So I think that's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. Brilliant speech, Davey. I'm gonna actually watch that again. I think I should watch it every morning this week just to remind me of what you said. I have goosebumps now.
We will drop the link below for the high tea with Rita Skuman.
It's already there.
Yes.
And click on that link, get involved, reach out beforehand. Don't just come to the event, reach out beforehand. See how you can pick up what's going on. Help create, help build it. Get involved.
Yeah.
Get involved, guys. Click on the link, come to the high tea. I think, Davey, you're also going to be speaking at this event. Am I right?
I'm not sure, but I will be definitely attending at the event. Most definitely, I shall be there.
something I've learned is that when you put one woman in a place, it's powerful, but when you put a lot of women in one space, it's even more powerful. So
oh yes, then you have to watch that space, Peter.
Amazing. And again, guys, remember, if you want to connect with Debbie, she'll be more than happy to hear from you. If you need a motivational speaker for your upcoming events, if you need some motivation for your YouTube channel or business, who knows? Debbie's links are in the description as well, so get in touch with her. And yeah, that is it. Thank you so much, Debbie. We will see you guys again next time.
Thank you. Take care. Bye.